And soon-to-be bride, Kate Middleton, making their final public appearance before the wedding. Meanwhile, the details of the wedding's guest list are starting to leak out. Joan London is a Fox News special royal wedding correspondent. She covered Princess Diana's wedding for Good Morning America back in 1981, and you were going back for us shortly. Great to see you.
Great to see you.
Okay, so now it's getting juicy now that the guest list is out. Let's first talk about the celebrities who are being invited, because we hear that, in fact, I think we have an illustration of who they are. David and Victoria Beckham, naturally.
Yes, of course.
Elton John, Guy Ritchie, James Blunt, the musician, and then the comedian Rowan Atkinson. Are these all friends with Kate and Will?
Well, you know, William is not very celebrity-oriented, and they really don't want to just fill the place up with a lot of celebrities that they don't know. So I don't think we're going to see many, names other than that. This is the way it breaks down. Queen Elizabeth II has done 50 of the invitations. Prince Charles and Camilla, 250, and he's said to be inviting a lot of their very wealthy friends and polo players and things.
Fabulous.
And people also, I'm sure, from the charities that they are a part of. William and Kate get 250, and they want a lot of their buddies, from St. Andrew that they've known. And Kate has actually made sure she's exercising her influence here because she has a voice, unlike Diana did back then. She said to invited her local butcher and a shopkeeper and a pub owner from Bucklebury, where she's from. From her little village.
And interestingly, William is also breaking with tradition, and he's basically inviting some of the staff. He's inviting former nannies. He's inviting his secretaries. What does that tell you?
Well, even they've gone to Mystique, which is kind of one of those little getaways for the royals and for the rocker crowd.
A Caribbean island.
And yes, a Caribbean island, and they are inviting a yoga instructor and a bartender that they met down there. And, that's interesting because you asked me before we started, what does that tell us about them? I think it tells us that they do mingle with people and get to know and kind of bond with people because William wants to be, he has said, the king of the people and not separate himself. And I think we're going to be seeing that. I mean, they do have a certain amount of people that have to be invited because of protocol, heads of states, heads of all the different religious leaders. They've got the Islamic and the Hindu and the Buddhist leader from there in London is being invited. Of course, not President Obama, but a lot of the other leaders from countries around the world. The Canadian president said, I'm in the middle of an election, I can't come. He declined.
Fair enough.
And also Bahrain, they also said that there's just too much political unrest going on. They can't send anybody.
Right, so 1,900 guests.
Yes.
I mean, it's an eye-popping number.
But that's fewer than Diana. Diana got married in St. Paul's Cathedral because they wanted to be able to invite more people. And I'll tell you, I was there. It was a hot July 29th day, and you literally saw Diana wilt right before your eyes. And she chose to do, well, she didn't choose anything that day. The Queen ran the whole show.
And that's why this one is different. Kate, you say, has a lot of input.
Oh, Kate and William chose to keep the reins of this thing, and they're not going to make that open carriage ride to the wedding. I mean, we don't know what the weather will be, but they're only going to do that open carriage ride back after the wedding to Buckingham Palace.
Well, speaking of which, do you know what you're going to wear?
Oh, I don't know what I'm wearing, but I don't even remember what I wore back then. But you can bet there's two dresses, just like Diana always had a secret dress also. But the big deal is Tiara Gate.
Oh, right.
Will she wear the tiara? Well, Diana chose the Spencer tiara because she's an aristocrat, and there was a tiara for her family. There's no Middleton tiara. So the question is she going to really wear flowers in her hair as she wants? Or is she going to acquiesce on that one point? Because Diana's brother said that she had a splitting headache all day long from wearing that tiara.
Mine also gets extremely heavy.
I hate it when that happens.
I sometimes take it off when I'm doing the news. Joan, we can't wait to watch your coverage from over there. Have a great time going over.